That was a good enough clap, right? All right, we're just going to go off the top for this one because that seems to be what I do best. Every time I try to write a little script, I just kind of go off the rails. But I wanted to talk to you guys today about DIY shows. DIY. In particular, the art of throwing a house show. It's very, very easy, and calling it an art is actually kind of foolish and contrived and a little bit over the top. Now, the first thing to consider when we're talking about DIY house shows is, like, first of all, dropping stuff here. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? In the sense that, like, if you want to have a show, why not rent a Knights of Columbus or a Sons of Italy, or go down to the local bar or the Arts Community Center, collaborate with them and put on a nice event and invite all your friends and charge $10 at the door and have some nice music played and this and that and blah, 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 blah. The reason that a lot of people don't do that is because conventional resources allocated to arts and culture do not accept all types of art. Let me say that again. Arts and culture institutions, whether they're huge or they're local, are just not built to accommodate for all kinds of art. It is what it is. It sucks. It's weird. But what I mean by that is that if you have a local community center, a performing arts center in your town, they probably don't want to have a hardcore punk show. They probably do not want to have a folk punk show with a touring act that's addicted to crystal meth and everyone's smoking cigarettes outside and somebody dropped a 40 on the floor and fucking threw a knife through a boat painting that was hanging up on the wall that some old lady painted and hung in the group show. They're fucking afraid. They're afraid of people with face tattoos or with scary hoodies that say DGK or skateboards freak them out. So it's better to just not allow these resources to be used by people making this type of music that they associate with scary, weird people. So that's just the preamble. I guess all I'm saying is that there is a huge need for the DIY house show, whatever show. It doesn't have to be in a house. Let me tell you this. When I first started playing music, or when I first started trying to play music live, my first instinct was to find out where the music was happening near me and find out who was putting on these shows or these events, and then ask them to include me in their events. But I sucked at music. I was very bad. I didn't know anybody. I had no connections. So these people did not want to put me on their shows. They were like, you're a nobody. We don't know you. Your music is off-putting. It makes people uncomfortable. We're not going to put you on the show. Okay, fine. My feelings are hurt. I feel very bad. I feel very sad. I feel excluded. What do? Do I crawl into a hole and die and disappear and never see anybody again? Or do I take matters into my own hands? What do you think I did? How the story goes, in the shortest form I could possibly tell it, is I got together with a few of my close friends at the time. I was 17. My dad had a barn, that he worked on stuff out of. Not a farm type barn, but more of a motorcycle dad type barn, and we put on shows up in the attic of it. A reverend from a local church gave us a bunch of metal chairs. That was very nice of her. We invited all of our friends from Facebook and the high school anime club that we were a part of. We had everybody come over and listen to us play terrible songs to them, and they clapped and cheered for us because it was fun, and we were just a bunch of nerds with denim vests hanging out in some stupid attic playing fucking songs, and it grew 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 until eventually these were full-blown parties with fucking shitloads of people, a real PA setup, real amps, real drums, real instruments, real songs, real bands playing until the cops showed up. It sounds really romantic and cool and badass, but it just was a bunch of kids in a space with instruments and lyrics and art that they made, just doing their thing. It was not some magical, crazy, like Lords of Dogtown story. It was nothing. It was just a bunch of kids hanging out in a place, making art, playing art, exchanging ideas, exchanging culture and information. That's what it's supposed to be, right? So my advice to you, okay, the person who searched up DIY house shows, how to throw a house show, how to put on a party, how to do whatever, like you, the person looking for this information right now, you probably aren't able to play shows at the local concert venue. You are probably not big enough to play in real clubs. You probably have fucking no connections. You probably don't know shit. You probably don't know your ass from your motherfucking elbow when it comes to booking and DIY shit in the local or even higher up music industry. You don't know anything. And that's okay. It's good to not know anything. It's a very pure and beautiful and amazing thing to be new and to not know shit. So my advice to you, my friend, this is very good advice. This is very, very practical and very easy. All you need is maybe 3 to 5 people. The more the merrier. You need 3 to 5 people, and at least 3 of you have to independently create musical content. Maybe one of your friends is a DJ. Maybe one of your friends plays the bongo and reads poems at the same time as they play the fucking bongo. Maybe another one of your friends does Paramore acoustic covers. Maybe you have another friend that's just a jazz guy. He tries to do little jazz stuff. Maybe he's not even that good, but he's a jazz guy. Then you need to go into your PixArt app on your phone or a graphic design thing or whatever, or even just the Instagram stories image generator and make a flyer. Put your names on it. Put Brian Huntress, singer-songwriter, Rockland, Massachusetts. Next name, Jenna Smith, poetry and bongos. She's from Brockton, or and so on and so forth. Pick a date and just have a fucking show. 2 of your friends will show up. Maybe one of your friends' moms will show up. Someone will video it. It's going to be embarrassing. It's not going to go well. It'll hopefully, I hope for you that it'll be just a ton of fun. The point is not to make an amazing show. The point isn't to have a great performance. The point is not to have a giant crowd show up. The point is for it to be fun as shit. The point is for it to be fun as shit. And if you're of age and you're a legal adult, you can have a couple beers, smoke a little weed, have some fun, have a great time, play some music, share ideas, share culture, share art. That's the point. But here's the thing. Here's the really important ingredient. You can do this just one time. And it's fun, and you had a one-off, one-time fun thing, and that's great. But if you really want it to pick up steam, if you really want to get the ball rolling, like avalanche style, like rolling a little snowball down a hill and then it gets bigger, but you get my point. If you really want to do that, you got to do this like every 2 weeks. You got to do this like once a month, and you got to just have a shitty, dumbass party with your friends playing art and music at least once a month forever for like a year or 2 straight. And I promise you, if you guys are fun people, if you guys are fun, safe people, just getting together, keeping it light, having a dumb, fun time, this will grow. It will get bigger and bigger and bigger until until you become a real player in your local ecosystem of music and art. This is the essence of the house show. This is the essence of the DIY show. And it doesn't have to be in a house. Here, let me give you a quick list of places where this could take place. It could be in a barn. It could be in an attic. It could be in a garage. It could be in a living room. It could be in your fucking shed. If you live in a warm climate, it could just be in your backyard or your front yard or on your porch. If you have a friend that whose dad owns an auto shop, maybe he'll let you have it after close in the auto shop. Maybe you have an art studio. Maybe your friend's dad or mom has a coffee shop. I don't know. All you need is a 3-dimensional space where people can be in. Hopefully you'll have electricity or heat or air conditioning. Get some water so everyone's hydrated. That's good. And you just need like 3 people that make some kind of performance-based anything, and then just fucking do it over and over and over and over again. And I swear to God, you will have the fucking craziest, stupidest, wackiest, funnest time of your fucking life, man. And it will grow your heart. It will make you into a beautiful, well-rounded, cultured person. It will make people know you. It's just a good thing to do, man. And I say this as somebody who did this. At a time where I desperately needed to do it, and I didn't even know that. I was 17. I was like I had been sober and out of a teen drug addiction program for like a few months. I was kicked out of school, so I was just alone all the time, and I was just some nerd. I was just a mentally ill 17-year-old loner. I just smoked cigarettes all day and read books, and I desperately needed friends, really bad. And I found it through those shows, through DIY. And you can too. And I highly suggest you can. And if you're wondering if you're the type of person who can do it, if you're the type of person who should do it, if it's even possible for you, you're already on YouTube watching a video about how to do it. My headphones are falling off. And that's a big enough sign for me. If that's you, if you're looking this shit up, if you're looking for this information, you were obviously meant to do it. So get the fuck out there and do it. You just need like 3 friends. Even for an introverted loner with no friends, 3 friends, that's easy, dude. Maybe just start with 1. Maybe just get 1 friend and start from there. The key is consistency. Anyway, good luck, guys. I hope you find friends.